for tuning into another video of my life, and in this video we are going to do an unboxing of a wireless mouse from Tecknet. The model number of the mouse is Tango Kilo Mike Sierra 005, that's TK MS005. First of all, just going to go through some pictures so you know what it looks like and what to expect, as well as some of the specifications, and then I'll move on to the unboxing itself as well. When I'm doing the unboxing, I will have the ability to compare the mouse with a couple of other mice that I also have, a backup one as well as my previous one which broke. I'll also talk about what made me choose this mouse in the first place, and hopefully some of those thoughts help you. Won't be too long with this video. I think a few minutes will be fine, 5 to 10 minutes at the most. Okay, let's look at some pictures. I can't remember exactly which color I've bought, but I think I've bought this one. All the links to eBay will be in the description. Feel free to use them. Does help the channel, doesn't cost you anything extra. But here's the first image. Here's the second one. And I'll talk to you a little bit about the specifications in a second too. So you can see some buttons at the bottom end of it. This has the Bluetooth as well as 2.4 gigahertz connective ability. Just to clarify, Bluetooth does not need a dongle, whereas 2.4 gigahertz does need a dongle. It can only connect to one Bluetooth device at a time, so either you can connect it with Bluetooth with one device and 2.4 gigahertz with the other one, but there is no third device you can connect it to, if that makes sense. I'll talk a little bit about which buttons you click later on, but here's the look of it. It pops up from the bottom as well. It's magnetically connected at the bottom, and that's what contains the 2.4 gigahertz connector, the USB connector as well. There's 4 levels in terms of the DPI. You have 600, 1200, 2400, and 4000. You can switch easily between them by pressing the button. There's also an indicator light, which will let you know whether it's charging, whether it's low on charge, and whether you are flicking between the different DPIs. It's a nice touch with the silvery edge here as well. I like the nice flat sort of format. I think this is much more easier, at least on my hand and my wrist, than the other sort of form factors, and that includes those vertical type of mouse. It connects in the front, and so far as the charging is concerned, very nice touch. My old one, which is also from Tecknet, you'd have to pop out the cover from the top and then attach it. So whilst you're charging it, you can't use it, if that makes sense. You can only do one or the other. I know that's a kind of device situation that Apple mouse also had, I believe. But yeah, in this one, it's nice. USB Type-C, so everyone's going to have a cable to get this charged. I'm sure one comes inside of it anyway. And you can charge it from the front, which is nice. Gets rid of the extra weight of a AA battery, and just makes it more convenient for you to not having to replace anything. You just connect it and keep recharging it. So 2 hours of charge gives you 2 months of standby. In my experience, yeah, charging this runs for a considerable amount of time. I wouldn't be concerned too much about having to do it too frequently. The old Tecknet mouse that this is replacing, I've had it for quite some time, and if I hadn't dropped it, it wouldn't broken. I'm sure it would still work. But it's nice to have an upgrade with this one. I think I like the form factor of this one better from the looks of things. The clicks are relatively sort of low in volume. It gives you a decibel scale here. Mouse decibel is about 20 in terms of the click. Bedroom noise is 30, and then libraries 40, 50 for the office, and 70 for the mall. Just gives you a visualization of how loud different sort of decibel numbers are. In terms of the range of connectivity, it's 10 meters. And then, yeah, the rest of it, we pretty much covered it. Here it seems to mention there's 2 connectors in this image. I wouldn't sort of rely on that as of yet. We'll find out soon enough, because it looks like there might just be one, but I'm not 100% sure about that one. The dimensions are 110 millimeters in length and 62 millimeters in width. Don't know what the height is, but it's fairly flat, and I like that sort of flat format. Works on most textured surfaces like resin, cloth, paper, tabletop as well, and most operating systems, so Windows, Android, Linux, and Mac OS, as well as devices of different form factors such as MacBook, iPad, tablet, PC, and laptop. Okay, the scroll wheel is made from aluminium, and that should be, guys, pretty much everything we need to cover on this one. So let's go ahead and start doing the unboxing. Okay, guys, so here's the box. As you can see in the front, this is the side, this is the rear, this is the other side, and this is the bottom, and this is the top. We'll get the mouse outside now. There's some leaflets in there as well. Let's get the leaflets out. And the rest of the box is empty. Let's put the box aside after closing it. And we'll put it somewhere right there. The booklet is a pretty standard booklet with all the instructions in there. I'll open it up and show it to you anyway. The top parts are in English. I'll just make sure they're a little bit in focus and you can have a look at that there. This talks about the different parts of the mouse which we've already discussed. The fact that you require a USB-A port for the dongle, and you've also got the Bluetooth 3.0 and Bluetooth 5.0 enabled. So maybe it really can connect to 2 different Bluetooth channels, but I'm still not 100% sure about that one, but it's completely possible. It mentions it supports 2 wireless connectivity channels, which are USB receiver and the Bluetooth, and you can switch between the 2 by toggling the power switch at the bottom. And the indicator light shows different colors for each channel. Bluetooth is blue and 2.4 gigahertz is green. These are all just simpler pictures of the ones we've already seen. Give you some instructions of how to connect it onto your Windows PC anyway. And of course the other bits like how you charge it, as well as some details about the indicator light. Also comes with, I believe, 12 months of warranty. So there we go, limited 12 months warranty. But the old Tecknet mouse I've been using for quite some time now, I think a good few years, no complaints. And I'm hoping that this is even better quality than the old one, which I'll bring out just to compare in a second anyway. Let's take the mouse out of the bag. Oh, lovely. It does have a nice finish. Come to that in a second. You have the USB Type-C cable for charging. Probably won't be using this because I already have USB charging cables all over the place, right? And my mobile phone is charged in the same way. Let's put this here somewhere. Let's put this in the back. Maybe just put it out of the scene. It doesn't really matter too much. Okay, we're looking at the mouse now, getting a nice close-up on there. Let's turn on the flashlight as well. Hopefully you can see the texture, the feel of it as well. It does feel very nice in my hand, and I like how it's very flat because this is a naturally resting position. I found that mice which are shaped like this are more awkward to use because you can't use your wrist to move them as much. You have to move your whole arm like this, so from the elbow joint and shoulders. So I actually think, although technically it feels like it's more ergonomic, I don't think it is. I think in practice, this flat hand position, which allows you to do this, look. See, I'm moving the whole mouse just with my fingers. And I don't need to do this, you see? To do that same movement, I can't do it just with my fingers. I have to move my whole hand. Whereas this one, I can just do it like this. So it's much more ergonomic, I feel. This is the sounds of the clicks. Gives you indication. I'll give you a comparison later. This is the middle mouse click. I use it a lot actually, the middle mouse click. Okay, this is when it's scrolling. This mouse wheel in the middle is very similar, or if not identical, to the old Tecknet mouse that I've got. The silver lining at the edge is really nice. I think it's a really good touch and gives it a premium feel. The shape from the sides is really elegant, really smooth, like a pebble. It's really, really nice actually. This is the front, the USB Type-C connector for charging. And this is the bottom here. You can see the 2.4 gigahertz Bluetooth, etc. And you would push to pop this off. But for now, we'll just explore this. So you can see there, it's gone to 2.4 gigahertz. This is off. And then this is Bluetooth. So I don't know if you can see it right here. This is flashing blue, okay? And then if I go here, it should flash green every now and then, okay? Yes, I can see it green. It might not be showing up in the camera, but it is definitely green. And if I do it here, it's definitely blue. Let's click this. Actually give you a close-up of the writing here. It's very difficult to read exactly, but yeah, there you go. You can hopefully read that writing. All the links will be in the description, so click on those and have a browse around which mouse you'd like to have. This comes off very easily when I press it, very easily, and it's a nice little design even after it's come off. Actually, nice materials, nice quality. I think it's a very budget-friendly mouse, especially compared to the quality. This is the dongle. It's got some writing and so on here as well. Let's see if I can try to get that in focus too. I think it is. There we go. There's the kind of mouse there. Put it in here like so, and we'll put it back like so as well. Really nice thing. And just for the sake of it, we're going to compare. This isn't a review, of course, because I'm not connecting it to anything, but I just have no doubts about it working quite well because I've already got experience with using a previous Tecknet mouse. Let's look at a couple of other mice even, so you can compare it with something. Okay, so this is the old Tecknet mouse that I used to use. You can see the mouse wheel is pretty much identical. When the mouse dropped, it dropped exactly on this point, so it's broken. So the scrolling doesn't work, but I put it back in place in a way that the clicking still works. The clicking noise is just as loud as it was when it's new. So this is quite loud. Okay, compared to this. Much softer. This is how it's been since day one. Quite loud click, okay? The side clicks, this slightly louder, but still quite a pleasant sort of click. It's not unpleasant at all. And to press it as well takes the right amount of click, so it's not too hard. Even the middle ones, this is perfect. The amount of pressure that it's taking to get that engaged. So again, similar. So you got two ways to connect it. You've got the dongle, as well as you've got the Bluetooth, and again you've got the way to force the connection by pressing this. Okay, so it goes in search mode or broadcast mode, and here you've got the DPI adjuster. I think in this one you could also adjust the DPI. There was a way, but I've forgotten it now. Can't exactly remember now. But you would open it like so, and then you would charge it behind this. Isn't that so awkward? Look. So they've definitely improved the design since this point, but this served me quite well. I've been using it for many years. And this is like a backup mouse. This is from Logitech, so it's well, branded, famous, etc. This is called the Logitech Pebble. And this one connects it with Bluetooth as well as the dongle as well. So I always make sure that it does it both ways. I think this is laser, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember now. This one pops up very easily like so. And it's got an energy sort of energizer battery in there. So it's got a double AA battery that it takes. The only issue with this one, this was working fine actually, but this click kind of went. So you can't hear it, but you can press it, but there's no click feel as nice as that one. But you can hear the sound to compare. Okay, but the thing so this click is kind of semi-loose. Sometimes you press it twice and it'll click twice. Sometimes it won't. And this is, oh my gosh guys, this is so hard to press. This will literally hurt your finger over time if you kind of use it the amount that I do. So that's really annoying about this mouse. I think the form factor is great. It's nice and flat. The responsiveness is great. I mean, this one doesn't go to 4000 DPI, but you wouldn't know it, to be honest. In fact, the responsiveness of this mouse and the smoothness of it, in my opinion, is better than this one. Okay, but this one goes to a high DPI. I think this goes to 3200. This one only goes to 1200 or something, but I think it's still better responsiveness. It is a bit scratchy, plasticky, but this rotation sort of wheel is nice in terms of its texture. It's just that the click is really, really hard to press, and it hurts your finger over time through repetitive pressing on here. So therefore, this is more of a backup mouse because of the click and the wheel being really hard to click, whereas this one is going to be the feature mouse because this one's broken. So yeah, click is a little bit louder than I thought it would be. You can see this one is slightly different sounding. This one has more of a bass to it. This is my preference. Okay, this is the best type of click for me. So Logitech, that's kind of the gold standard for me out of these three anyway. Ideally I wouldn't hear it at all, but this is still a nice click and it's not too loud at all, and the middle click is just as easy to press as these ones, so it's not going to give me any aches and pains from this one. Look at how loud the middle click is on the Logitech mouse. And it takes so much energy to press it as well. This is so much easier. Almost takes no effort. Okay guys, so this also has a nifty little feature which I think is quite useful, and for a couple of seconds I was thinking, why does this have this? But it's actually very useful, and it's not been mentioned in any of those pictures that I've just shown you at the beginning of this video, neither in the description, but I'll show it to you just now. So if you leave it and don't do anything to it, it lights up. So this bit right here lights up a really nice shade of blue actually. So whilst it's moving or being moved, it's not going to do anything. But if you leave it, if you stop, then it lights up, and it takes about 5 seconds for that to happen. So I'm just going to show you that now. So let's turn it off, and I'll stop moving it at the same time. Okay, so there you go. So about 5 seconds, and you can see that it has turned on now in this nice little blue color. And if I move it, it's going to stop. Okay, so I was thinking, why is that? And that's a really nice feature, because the thing is, I work in the dark sometimes, and it's nice to have your keyboard lit up. But then what happens is, in a color like this, you know, it's completely black. But even if it wasn't black, I mean, it's just as hard to find the mouse once you put it somewhere. Let's say if you're on your bed, working on your table or something like that, and the room is completely dark. If it has this feature of lighting up after 5 seconds of not moving it, it's really going to be very easy to find it in the dark as well. So I think it's a really, really cool feature, and it's a bonus feature because I wasn't even expecting it. None of the images have this. So this gets a big thumbs up from me. It's a brilliant little nifty little feature. Love it. So yeah, there we are guys. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Please give this video a like. Comments below, and subscribe to the channel as well, and I will see you in the next one. If you want to purchase this mouse or any other ones that you want to check out, please click the link in the description or in the comment section, and it'll take you to eBay. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but does help the channel. Thanks so much guys, and I'll see you in the next one.